Yeah. Hello and greetings from Tino's big house. I just want to say hello, ask everybody how you doing today. I know the world is inside out, upside down, and I saw a YouTuber last night before I went to bed. She gave me some inspiration and some hope. She said that we should actually talk to these people. If we're over 50, which I am, I'm 58, and we should talk to the youth. Give them some of what we've learned. I've learned a lot. I am sitting on a plethora of information, and I have nothing to do with it right now because I've been forced to retire at 57 years old. I was forced to retire from chefing, which I love chefing. I love baking. I love making sauces, and I was forced to retire from AT&T as well. What happened was on October 10th of 2022, I was driving home in traffic from downtown Atlanta in Midtown at AT&T on Peachtree. You know the one I'm talking about, the one that's down near Georgia Tech. So I had been having a headache all day at work. I had the Friday before that I left work early because I wasn't feeling well, and of course they threatened me about points because I had to take some points to leave work. No one was concerned about how I was feeling. I could have died over the weekend. They didn't give a fuck. That's AT&T. So in the same sense, I'm gonna tell you how this went down. This is my story time. Story time with AT&T. So I'm driving home. I should have left early that day from work. I should have, because I had been sick all weekend. Long story stroke. Yeah, long story stroke. I had a stroke in the car driving home through all of that Atlanta traffic. That could have been nothing but God that brought me home. That was nothing but the Lord. Jesus was in the car with me, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God, thank you. I drove home through downtown Atlanta, crackheads all in the traffic, J's everywhere, people scamming, hustling. I drove all down through it, crossed that bridge that takes everybody to 20. Oh my God, it's so hard to get over there. Went down through Vine City, down through Mapleton, down through Lithia Springs, down to Powder Springs, is where we lived at the time. And I made it. I made it to Powder Springs, and when I got to Powder Springs, mind you now, I'm on the phone with my wife the entire time. I can just hear my brain going popping. I couldn't even see, but I was driving. I'm telling y'all, this is miraculous. Yes, God is still in the miracle working. He worked a miracle on me. I'm still here because of him. And Jesus, I thank you so much. And I give you all the credit. I give you all the glory. I can't thank you enough, Lord. I need to be here for my children, my wife, and for my grandkids, my mommy, and my in-laws, for all the people that love me. And a lot of people love me too. But that's part of why I go here and there with my subject because of the stroke. But I'm going to try to stay on one plane and talk to you guys today because this is very important. So I'm on the phone with my wife the whole time. And I said, well, baby, I think I'm having a stroke. I just heard my brain pop. She said, you want me to meet you? Want me to come get you? I said, nope. I always say no because I'm the kind of person, I just want to do it myself. I want to make it on home. I want them to be proud of me making it on home. I'm just trying not to cry while I talk about this, but I made it on home. I pulled up in my driveway, and my wife was coming to the door, her and my daughter, because they were so worried. I don't know, I just felt out of sorts. I was having a stroke. I got all my stuff out of the car, my chef bag, my knives, everything. because I was just taking everything in the house. I got inside. She was frying chicken, but she was frying it for me because at the time I loved her fried chicken. I couldn't stand the smell of it at all. I said, "Baby, please light an incense. Please spray something." And I sat down. I know she's like, "Oh God, here come this one right here complaining," when she asked me to make chicken, but that wasn't it at all. So according to her, because that's about all I remember up until that point, um, I sat down in my massage chair. She asked me, "Do you want the heat on? You want me to turn the massage on?" I said, "No, babe, I just want to sit here for a minute. I'm so tired. I'm so tired." I kept telling her, "So tired. I just want to go to sleep." So I made a mistake. I took two Benadryls because I wanted to go to sleep and I had a headache. So along with the Benadryls, I took two BC powders. Oh, that was a badass idea. The doctor said I should not have done that. And I believe I drank some vodka too. I'm not sure. I maybe hit a blunt. I don't know. So after that, I methodically put everything on the table, like my wife said, my keys, my ID, everything just on the table. And I took my tie behind upstairs. I walked upstairs. Normally I talk to my daughter, "Hey baby, how you doing?" Give her a little hug. She said I didn't look at her like I didn't recognize her. I walked in my bedroom through those two French doors and I felt so out of sorts. I was having a stroke. I fell down on the floor. The wife yelled upstairs, "Are you okay?" I said, "No, baby, I fell." I got up. I got in the bed. They came in the room. My daughter came in the room. My wife came upstairs. They kept trying to touch me. They kept trying to help me. My daughter's like, "I'm calling 911." She said my face looked like it was falling off. So I remember her walking around in the bedroom at the foot of the bed, calling 911. They're telling them what to do. I could hear the speakerphone. They're telling her to loosen up my clothes and try to keep me quiet and keep me cool. I'm telling them, "Don't touch me. Who are you? Don't touch me." All of a sudden, I didn't recognize them. I said, "Get your hands off me." I was getting really angry with them. "Don't touch me. Get your hands off me. Who are you? Whose hand is that?" My wife's like, "That's your hand." I didn't recognize my own hand. Oh my God. It was something I'll never forget. And my daughter's on the phone with 911. She's telling them what's going on with me. She said, "My mom's having a stroke. I need you to come as soon as possible." So she breaks out our prayer oils, our anointed prayer oils from my mother-in-law, and she starts rubbing me. God bless my daughter, Kyra. She's rubbing me. The wife is trying to get me ready because I came home and got butt naked. She's trying to put my clothes on me, trying to get me some pants on, trying to get me some socks on, trying to get my hat on. At that time, I hear my daughter going downstairs to let EMS upstairs because I think I heard the ambulance pull up. By this time, everybody's out in the street, I'm sure. The Clampets, the Cartwrights, they're all out there. So the EMS come in the room. They're grabbing on me, touching me. I'm giving them the same kind of pushback I gave my wife. "Don't touch me. Get your hands off me." And they're like, be quiet, Miss Patterson. We got you." So they started getting me ready for the gurney. I kind of remember them putting me on the gurney. I got really scared. I didn't want to go, and I started crying. I called to my wife, called to my daughter, "Please, please, please. I don't want to go. Please don't let them take me. Please, please, please. I don't want to go." They took me downstairs. I remember going down through the living room a little bit and out through the door, seeing my neighbors next door, the Jamaican ones. I think I remember seeing that Karen across the street. I'm not really sure, but I was outside in my underwear, basically. They put me in the ambulance, and I remember telling my wife, "Follow the ambulance. We're taking her to the hospital." So they took me to Kennesaw Hospital in Marietta. I was so scared. My head was hurting so bad. I was just so scared. I was so nauseous. I told myself, "I think I'm going to throw up." And I did. After I threw up, I commenced screaming. My wife said they could hear me screaming through the ambulance door, out in the ambulance. I was screaming for her, screaming, "Please, baby, please don't let them take me. Please, I don't want to go." Okay, I'm trying not to cry. I don't want to cry because this is just not cool right now. I'm telling y'all how serious this is. I was a smoker. I was a drinker. I smoked weed. I smoked cigarettes. I ate fried food. I ate honey buns. I ate sweets all the time. This is bad for us. The main thing that caused the stroke was the smoking. And I had also stopped taking my high blood pressure medicine that same year because I was like, it's not doing anything. And I'm sick of it. So this is why taking high blood pressure medicine is important. And stop drinking. Stop smoking. Stop doing all these things. Stop not eating healthy. One thing I did do, I ate healthy. I ate good because I was a chef. I got to the hospital. I don't remember a whole lot. But my wife said that they said that we barely made it there, that I could have died. But they called the hospital just in time. I had a stroke, y'all. So, whole time I'm in the hospital, I'm just thinking about, oh my God, I gotta go back to work. AT&T give a fuck about me. They didn't. I don't know what they were doing. I told my wife, I said, call this. I got the card out of my wallet and gave it to her when she got in the hospital. I said, call my union rep for CWA. Her name was Yolanda Pearson, I think. And my wife said when she called this indignant, tired, old, ugly woman, this woman told my wife, I don't have to even talk to you. Well, she didn't. What happened was my wife ended up talking to some of my coworkers, Gigi and Dee Dee, and I guess Gigi was one of the main ones that helped her figure out what's going on with me at work. But they said I couldn't go back to work. I wasn't going back to work. I was on Indeed looking for jobs, trying to take care of my family, trying to get me a wheelchair and call me a cab to get by that hospital. I hate hospitals. So I was in the hospital from October 10th to November 10th, a full month. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't sit up. I had to call somebody to come and help me use the bathroom on any level. It was a long 10 weeks, I think it was. I don't know. I had 16 weeks of physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. The whole physical therapy was something different. I want to tell you what happened, how I got hurt in physical therapy, but I won't get into that. I'm just going to tell you guys how AT&T harassed me once I got to the hospital. How they threatened my job, how they threatened my wife, how they sent threatening letters, how they fired me while I was out on disability. And after they fired me, I don't understand what I even thought about working with them. This had given AT&T about 13 years of my life. I was a rehire. These bofos decided to take all the money back from everything they had paid for my benefits. So they pulled back the hospital payments. They pulled back my doctor's payments, trying to leave me with a whole bunch of financial issues. And they're not going to because Jesus is my father. Along with that, in the same time, this to show you how blessed we are and how my family is wealthy. I won 3 lawsuits while being home on a stroke. One was with a place I used to work back in the day. I can't really talk about it. I signed a NDA, I think. But at any rate, they discriminated against me. And I found out and I reported them. EEOC said, yep, you're right. They discriminated against you. And then I sued them and we won. So yeah. Other stuff that we're discussing as well is just how AT&T fired me while I was out on a stroke. They fired me because I was disabled. Because my doctor said I can't work anymore. So you gonna fire me? Not pay the unemployment? Not do anything, right? Because I filed for unemployment in the hospital, from the hospital, not even knowing I couldn't do it. Again, the brain bleed. So y'all excuse me if I get just a little crazy sometimes. I have a brain bleed. That's healing. But yeah, AT&T got that bullshit going. They don't care about nobody. They just don't. I should never want to work for them ever again. And that CWA union, do not join the union. Do not do it. Just don't. AT&T has these people on the phone. They didn't drug test them. I don't know. They just on the phone taking anybody down there. They just want a body in them chairs. People are taking y'all credit card numbers, doing what they want to do, buying phones on y'all credit cards, buying their phones on y'all credit card, selling y'all credit card information to their friends. I mean, all these companies are doing this. T-Mobile ain't no better. I've worked for all of them. T-Mobile. I didn't work for Sprint before, but I worked for T-Mobile. I worked for Bell South before it became AT&T, and AT&T before it became AT&T, and yeah, that. With AT&T under contract through Rowler, through that other little thing with the green bar. But yeah, I'm just outside with some music. Yeah. Okay, so that's my AT&T story time. Be mindful of who you read your credit card information to. Just be mindful. Make sure you have background check these people at least. But they take anybody off the street at AT&T basically. If they can pass the background check, they'll take them. No more drug testing. So they got crackheads working there, drug addicts working in there. They got criminals. It's just not a good work environment. I thought it was, but this wasn't. I miss a few of my coworkers, but that's about it down there. But AT&T got that bullshit, and that's all I'm gonna say.